Global Pulse Report. Global Affairs, Crime, Music, Fashion and Sports, early January 2026. Welcome to the Global Pulse Report, your snapshot of how global events, culture and sport shape our world in early January 2026. From wars in far-off regions, to Afrobeats on global playlists, to Nigeria shining on the pitch, this episode connects the headlines to everyday life and identity. Globe showing Europe-Africa world politics. Around the world, several conflicts continue to define global affairs. The war in Ukraine, the crisis in Gaza and the prolonged conflict in Sudan, now stretching beyond 1,000 days, are all rooted in deep historical disputes, fragile state institutions and competing regional interests. In the Americas, U.S. foreign policy once again takes center stage, with reports of Venezuelan ruler Nicolás Maduro being captured by U.S. forces, echoing a long history of American intervention in Latin America and raising new questions about Venezuela's political future. In the Arctic, U.S. President Donald Trump's earlier rhetoric about acquiring Greenland still lingers as a symbol of strategic competition over territory, natural resources, and shipping routes in a warming Arctic region. In Asia, Myanmar's military-orchestrated election in early 2026 highlights an ongoing struggle between authoritarian control and the people's desire for genuine democracy, following the military coup of February 2021. Meanwhile, the Russia-Ukraine war continues with artillery strikes and drone attacks, a grim reminder of the full-scale invasion launched in February 2022 and of how hard it is to end a modern war once it begins. Police car light crime. Turning to crime and public safety, the picture is mixed. Across many major U.S. cities, violent crime, especially homicide and aggravated assault, has declined compared to the peak years around the pandemic, suggesting that targeted policing and community programs are starting to have an impact. At the same time, worrying trends remain. Domestic violence-related sexual assaults and youth-involved crime in cities like New York show that vulnerability at home and among young people is still a serious issue that statistics alone cannot hide. Beyond the streets, the biggest growth is in cyberspace. Cyber extortion, phishing, and so-called crime as a service are expanding rapidly, with organized crime groups buying ready-made ransomware and using artificial intelligence to write more convincing scams, generate deepfakes, and target victims more precisely. This shift makes crime less visible, but more global, threatening both national economies and the security of ordinary people who live increasingly digital lives. Musical note. Music. In music, early 2026 sounds like a truly global blend. Mainstream pop continues to dominate with new releases and ongoing success from stars such as Taylor Swift, Justin Bieber and Alan Walker, filling playlists, charts and social media feeds. Alongside them, African artists are stepping firmly into the global spotlight. Names like Shoday, Abigail Chams, KindlyNxsh and Bruce Melodie showcase how Afrobeats and African pop are no longer niche, but a driving force in global music culture, influencing rhythms, collaborations and dance trends around the world. For audiences in Nigeria and across the diaspora, this is more than entertainment, it is cultural validation, as the sounds of home become the soundtrack of the world. Fashion. On the fashion front, early 2026 is all about blending nostalgia with modern comfort. Designers and consumers are revisiting Y2K and early 2000s styles, think dark wash bootcut jeans and slouchy boots, but updating them with cleaner lines and more tailored silhouettes, while the Librarian Chic look brings cardigans, glasses and midi skirts into a stylish, intellectual aesthetic. At the same time, there is a strong focus on luxurious textures and cozy cuts. Faux fur, faux leather, lace, satin and suede reflect a desire for rich, tactile experiences, while wide-leg jeans and elevated knitwear allow people to stay comfortable without sacrificing style. Color and detail play a big role too. Electric blue is emerging as a standout shade, often paired with statement elements like fringe, pleating, embroidery and bold jewelry, giving individuals more ways to express personality in a crowded visual world. Sports. In sports, early 2026 is a season of anticipation and pride. The FIFA World Cup 2026 trophy tour has begun, including a stop in India, building global excitement for an expanded 48-team tournament that will be hosted across the United States, Canada, and Mexico. On the African continent, Nigeria's Super Eagles are carrying the hopes of millions. A 2-0 victory over Algeria in the AFCON 2025 quarter-finals, with goals from Victor Osimhen and Aka Adams, has become a powerful symbol of Nigerian unity, resilience, and sporting excellence. Beyond football, new sports trends are emerging. Pickleball is surging in popularity, and golf is attracting younger players, driven by social media, influencer culture, and more immersive VIP fan experiences that turn games into full lifestyle events. This has been the Global Pulse report for early January 2026, where wars, fashion trends, streaming charts, and football all connect back to culture and identity. Stay tuned, stay informed, and remember, what happens out there shapes how we live, create, and dream right here.